Good morning, America. Breaking news. Deadly rampage in Las Vegas. A shooter opening fire, killing more than 50, injuring over 200. That's the sound of bullets taking over the arena at a country music festival on the Strip. The shooter taking aim from high above inside the Mandalay Bay Hotel, firing rapid rounds for 4.5 minutes.
Even after we left, it just kept going and going.
Chaos erupting, thousands scrambling, running for their lives. Trying to take cover, some hiding under the stage from the spray of bullets.
I heard just going non-stop.
The rush to take down the shooter. A SWAT team breaking down the shooter's door.
Breach, breach, breach.
And now, the urgent search for this woman, who may be connected to one of the worst mass shootings in American history. Our team live on the scene right now for a special edition of GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. I am sorry to say it is a horrifying one. It's been unfolding over the last several hours, the worst mass shooting in American history. A gunman opened fire around 10:08 p.m. Las Vegas time on the Route 91 Country Music Festival concert there in Las Vegas. Jason Aldean was performing. More than 50 dead, more than 200 injured.
The video coming in is just unimaginable, showing the moment the concert turned horrific. Gunshots ringing out, interrupting the music. Take a listen. At first, people thought perhaps fireworks. The music continued before they realized what was happening. 4.5 minutes, multiple rounds of gunfire.
Just a terrifying scene, absolute chaos. As we said, it was at that Route 91 Harvest Festival. The shooter was on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel. He just fired indiscriminately on the concertgoers below, had several weapons, according to police, in his room, automatic weapons, and the carnage, unimaginable. Chaos continued for several hours.
And here's what we know right now. More than 50 people killed, more than 200 injured. The shooter has been identified as 64-year-old Stephen Paddock. He is now dead. Police believe he was the only attacker. They also located a woman believed to be a person of interest and his companion.
They've talked to her as well. We want to go straight to our senior national correspondent, Matt Gutman. He's been on the scene outside the Mandalay Bay Hotel for hours. He's got the latest right now. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. When you see that video and you hear that gunfire, you understand why the eyewitnesses we've been speaking to here called it the kill box. They were standing shoulder to shoulder with other concert goers when people began dropping. The chaos was unimaginable. People did not know. Overnight terror on the Las Vegas Strip. At least 50 dead in a mass shooting at a music concert near the Mandalay Bay Casino on the Las Vegas Strip. At 10:08 local, blasts of automatic gunfire ringing out towards the end of a concert at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. Country star Jason Aldean performing on set.
It sounded like firecrackers, and everybody kind of got startled for a second. 2-3 seconds later, it started again, another burst. Everybody I saw in the bleachers hit the deck.
Panic ensuing, concertgoers scattering, some hiding out in the basement of the nearby Hotel Tropicana. First responders rushing to the scene.
We need your truck. We just need to get people over to the hospital, okay?
We are looking at an excess of 50 individuals dead and over 200 individuals injured.
Then shortly after 11:20 p.m., SWAT teams zeroing in on the 32nd floor of the hotel.
All units on the 32nd floor, SWAT has explosive breach. Everyone in the hallway needs to move back.
Breach, breach, breach.
They set off an explosive device to enter the alleged suspect's room.
One of my officers was off duty attending the concert and lost his life.
At 1:30 a.m., police confirming the shooter was dead. ABC News learning he was 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, and overnight, an urgent manhunt for his companion. Mary Lou Danley, she has been located. This morning, a swarm of federal agencies, the ATF and FBI, on the scene to assist with the investigation. And still, the Las Vegas Strip, one of the most trafficked places in the country, is quiet right now. You can see that there's a roadblock. People are not allowed in, and for hours there were people locked in their hotel rooms. You can see the famous skyline behind me, the New York, Excalibur, Mandalay Bay, MGM Grand, all of them shut down. Thousands of tourists closed in the room as false reports of extra shootings or additional shootings and perhaps even bomb scares forced security personnel to lock everybody down. An almost unimaginable scene in one of the most tourist places in America, folks. Just an unimaginable scene here, George and Robin.
Sheer panic. Matt Gutman, thanks very much. And Rob, we were talking to eyewitnesses all through the night. They didn't know they were safe for several hours after the shooting, even though it only unfolded in 4.5 minutes.
It took me by surprise when you were talking to them, and it was hours after, and you asked them that very question, when did they feel safe? And they said like an hour ago. And when it's such a fluid situation, and also many of us have been in Las Vegas, the hotels are so close, the cavernous sound, you know, hearing it ricocheting, and just that fear, that constant fear that they were in.
We know in situations in the past there have been multiple shooters. Apparently in this case only one, but so many victims, so many witnesses on the scene. I want to talk to one of them right now, Mike Kronk, who was at the concert when the shooting broke out. Mike, just a horrifying scene right there. Tell us what you went through it.
It was very horrifying. At first, it sounded like fireworks, and then my buddy that was standing right next to me said, "I'm hit," and then we knew it was real, and it was chaos. We got him down, and people screaming, and
he got hit right in the chest?
Just pretty horrific. My buddy got shot 3 times in the chest.
How is he doing?
Last I heard, I haven't been on the leave here, but he said he was going to be good.
My goodness. So tell us what happened in those moments afterward. How did you all get out of there?
Most people started scattering, and they climbed the fence, but I had to stay with my buddy. So we got him over the fence once the fires stopped and slid him under his stage so we were safe. And then we transported him around the backside of the event.
How did you get him around? How did you stop the bleeding?
Got him over to the triage. There was 3 of us carrying him, and there was a cart. And so we got him on the cart, and we wheeled that around.
So you were able to get him to the triage, and then where did you all go next, and how did you find safety?
Well, I wasn't really worried about the safety part because I was going to stay with my buddy. There were no ambulances available, really, because it was a fire zone. So we actually got 4 wounded people in the back of a truck.
I know you got 4 wounded people in the back of the truck, but not all of them made it.
No, and no one of the guys in our truck did not make it either. I carried him out of the truck, and he passed away in my arms.
Oh, I can't imagine what that must have been like, but you had the presence of mind to try to get people to safety, but this all unfolded so quickly.
Very quick. It's surreal.
And in those moments, where were your thoughts?
My first thoughts were for my buddy, I mean, I wanted to make sure he was taken care of. But, we were pretty much yelling at everybody to stay down, That was what we needed to do.
Well, we're glad you're okay now. So sorry for your friend and all those who've lost their lives and loved ones in this. But Mike Kronk, thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
When you hear those eyewitness accounts, let's get more now on the shooter. We know that he was from Nevada, opened fire from that hotel window. Police have also located a woman they believe is a person of interest. And our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, you've been on this from the very beginning.
Well, good morning, Robin and George. 64-year-old Stephen Paddock this morning. Authorities are scrambling to learn all they can about him, his background, where he's from, what might have motivated him to carry out what was a very well-planned attack using a hard-to-obtain automatic weapon. What we do know about him is that 2 or 3 years ago, he sued a Las Vegas casino and then settled in arbitration. He is a private pilot. He has a hunting license in Alaska, and he is somebody who has moved around from Texas to Nevada. We don't know much about his occupation. This morning, authorities did track down a person described as his companion, Mary Lou Danley. This is a photo she posted on Facebook of her at the Mandalay Casino Hotel when she was gambling there at one point in 2014. So this morning, authorities are trying to talk to her about what they know, what she knows about him.
And as we know, he moved around from
exactly,
and appeared to have come back to
but
Nevada.
at 64 years old, a white male, hardly the classic description of what would be called a ISIS terrorist.
Okay, Brian, thanks very much. I want to go to Lindsay Davis now at the University Hospital Center in Las Vegas. So many injured by now, more than 200 injured, 50 dead, and just terrifying moments in that concert.
Yeah, you're exactly right, George. And here at UMC, they have more than 50 of those patients are here. We're told at the last update that 12 of them were in critical condition. But again, of course, we're talking about more than 200 people who were injured here. We just heard a little while ago from the sheriff who said that, that they are just overwhelmed here at the area hospitals. Take a look.
The terrifying shots ringing out.
Like all of a sudden we hear the pop, 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 and we just thought it was fireworks. So everybody just kept kind of standing there.
Concert goers quickly learned the pops were not fireworks, but an active shooter's machine gun firing off.
We were in the VIP seat, so to the right of the stage, and it sounded like it was right on top of us.
This morning, at least 50 dead, more than 200 injured.
And my other friend was praying over bodies that were dead. And it was a horrible thing.
2 of the victims, off-duty police officers there to see the concert at this country music festival on the Las Vegas Strip when it was thrown into utter chaos.
It literally felt like it just continued for 20 minutes straight. And I still wasn't even sure if it was actually bullets until one of the times we paused, our friend was like, the guy next to us got shot.
Concert goers scrambling to take cover. A stampede sending hundreds toward the exits of an open-air arena.
Everyone was kind of slow to react, but once they did, then it was just crowds running, like pandemonium, people just like running every direction they knew how.
Those who made it outside found anything to hide behind in the madness.
Everyone hid behind cop cars.
One woman says her car became refuge for one of the wounded.
There was a gentleman that was shot, and he said, "Can you help me?" And so I put him in my car, and I had 6 people in my car, people with shoes, running just to get away. And
with emergency crews quickly arriving on the scene tending to the wounded, reports of victims even fleeing onto the Las Vegas airport runways. Now, just to set the scene for you here, police have established a perimeter outside of this hospitals and other area hospitals. They are turning away family members. We've seen the looks on their faces as they get turned away. You have to imagine that that is excruciating. They're directing family members to go to police headquarters. The only people allowed into the hospital right now is hospital personnel. George and Robin.
All right, Lindsay. Thanks very much.
Yeah, we've just heard from President Trump. He's put out his first statement on Twitter. He says, "My warmest condolences and sympathies to the victims and families of the terrible Las Vegas shooting. God bless you."
Yes. I'm going to bring in Brian Claypool, someone that you spoke to earlier this morning, who was also at the concert and ran when he heard the gunshots. Brian, good to see you again, and just remind people of what you saw.
Hey, Robin, I'll do my best. I can't even believe how many people were killed. But so I was sitting in the VIP section, and it was right near the stage, and I heard a popping sound. Thought it was fireworks. I looked up in the sky, didn't see anything. I was worried. Jason Aldean stopped singing. There was kind of a gap in his song. It was very surreal. I knew something was wrong. and then I heard shots fire, like just going off, like they were right on top of us. So I ran to the front, up the aisle, laid face down on the aluminum. I was pulling people down because I think a lot of folks didn't realize at that point that the shooting was taking place. They were still sitting up. And I have to tell you, when I was on that ground, that shooting went on for, it had to have been 20, 30 seconds.
And you almost left early,
there was
Brian?
a gap.
Brian, you said you almost left early, too?
Pardon?
You almost left the concert early?
I was, Robin, it was so ironic. I was going to leave and take a 7:50 flight back to LA today. But what's so surreal about this is I'm on the 24th floor of the Mandalay Bay. I have the exact view of this lunatic that killed everybody. And I was looking out that window this afternoon, and I said to myself, this looks so beautiful. It's such a beautiful setting that I'm going to stay an extra night and not go back. And then I go, and people are massacred because of that same view that I saw.
And I know that you were thinking of your daughter, Brian.
Yeah, so I have an 11-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened, Robin, is after the first round of shooting, I ran down these steps. Then a gentleman screamed, "Get in this room," because we were in open fire then. We were running north, but we were right next to Las Vegas Boulevard. I go into this room. It was like a little production area. And the hardest moment for me is I saw like 6 young women. They were maybe 20, 22. They were all crying on the ground. I was trying to be calm. But at the moment, I thought of the Orlando shooting because we were in this room. We didn't know where the shooter was. We thought he was just going to jump the fence and come in that room and shoot us all. So I didn't know whether that was the right decision. So I'm thinking, am I going to die like in this room? And then the shooting stopped. I peeked out the front of the door. I peeked my head out. Police officers screamed, "Go, go." And I rallied everybody out of that room, and we ran toward the back, further back of the venue. And that's where I saw 2 people shot. And then I found out an hour ago from the couple next to me that a young woman in the row, so there was a fence in front of the VIP section, then general admission. A young woman was killed like in the general admission section right in front of us. So go figure.
You can't figure something like this, Brian, and I'm sure you brought those young women more comfort than you could ever imagine. And
I really tried, Robin. I mean, I really felt like I needed to do something there because I had to rise above it. I was determined. I said to myself, these girls aren't going to die. I'm not going to die. I need to get home to see my daughter. This is not happening. Not happening.
Oh. Well, we're glad that you and those that were around you were okay. Brian, thank you.
Brian just mentioned Orlando. We now know that the death toll here has exceeded that Orlando shooting in June 2016, the worst mass shooting now in American history. You see the numbers right there. Orlando back in June 2016, 49 killed, 32 killed. At Virginia Tech in 2007, 27 killed. In Newtown, Connecticut, the Sandy Hook Elementary School, the death toll here far higher, more than 50 killed, 200 injured. Want to go to our senior justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas in Washington. Pierre, you've been working on this throughout the evening as well, and we do know that the police found multiple weapons in that hotel room.
They did, George, and everyone's concerned that these appear to be machine guns that were used. Now, were they fully automated when they were purchased? That investigation is underway. Sometimes sources are telling me overnight that assault-style rifles can be augmented and turned into machine guns. That is of great concern. And, George, right now I can tell you law enforcement officials are looking at every aspect of this man's background. Every known database in the U.S. federal government is being used to check in terms of whether there are any ties to international terrorism. So far, they've found none, George. That's why you see the Las Vegas police still in charge of this investigation. And also, George, I'm being told that law enforcement officials plan to dissect every aspect of this case because we are seeing more and more mass shootings. We're averaging about 16 of these type of shootings per year. But given the fact that machine guns were apparently used in this is a whole new level, George.
It certainly is.